we have patch notes. What's up, y'all? My name is Timmy, and today I got some exciting news, or at least a big update for y'all that's interested in some Spellbreak stuff. Chapter 3 Spellbreak's new update is about to come through tomorrow. If you don't know, on the 22nd at 10 a.m. the servers will be coming down and be going back up after about an hour or so. If you guys want to jump through and get all the details, you can get the link down in the description below. But let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome to Chapter 3 The Wardens. We've got some big changes to movement and a number of asked for features coming your way, along with a bunch of bug fixes and general improvements. So the big thing about Chapter 3, they've added a dodge mechanic, quite a bit of awesome lateral movement that's going to be added in between rune uses and stuff like that. Not as much vertical up and down movement. You can't go up and down with it. But yeah, that's the big thing on Chapter 3. That's the big sell. Dodge by default on PC is the controls key, the left control key. On controllers, it's by pressing the right thumbstick down. And to make sure room for dodge, like I said, crouch is gone, actually. Crouch has been removed completely. For PC, it is to be noted that it is not the same key as your old crouch used to be. It's not C, it's the left control key. You can only go XY plane. Like I said, it's lateral, no vertical dodging. 0.5 seconds after dodge, player's maximum speed is reduced 33%, and their air friction is increased by 700%, mostly just to reduce spam. Players can dodge in mid-air. There's a minimum delay of 1.5 seconds between each dodge. The dodge itself can be interrupted by spells or sorceries or by using a rune. If you interrupt your dodge, you will still get the penalty. So don't think that you can, like, you know, do 75% of your dodge, cancel it, and then not have any penalty. Finally, the dodge animation can be interrupted by levitation 0.35 seconds after start. Limit verticality in Spellbreak. Too often, levitation had no trade-offs to it, so we're placing a few restrictions in place. So you're going to be going slower when you levitate, and the maximum levitation height has been reduced by 30%. The levitation now consumes a minimum amount of mana, 35%, even if the jump button is released early. So it takes at least 35% of your mana, no matter what. Levitation now consumes 55% of mana per second. Previously was 80%, so that's actually way better. It is going to be a little bit less mana intensive per second. Levitation now provides an instantaneous upward movement no matter the starting velocity. This makes levitation much more responsive. Yeah, it's going to be way more responsive. You're going to feel less weighed down. Levitation's going to be able to just get you where you want to get, not having to really worry that much about gravity. So we've added 3 different levitation control schemes to choose from, located in gameplay settings. Previously, these were only available for players using controllers. Hold control mode controls the same as levitation in 3.0. This is the default. Tap control mode requires players to press the jump button while in mid-air to start levitation. This will levitate for 0.66 seconds. If the button is tapped, players can continue to hold to levitate until mana runs out to levitate longer. Toggle control mode also requires players to press the jump button while in mid-air to start levitation. After a tap, the character will continue to levitate until the button is tapped again or mana runs out. Levitation control schemes apply to both controller and keyboard and mouse. Interesting. You'll be able to play it a little bit different. We might have to try those out and see which one feels the most comfortable. I feel like the default's probably the way to go, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for everybody. I like the option to play different ways. See what works best for people that's using different peripherals. Other movement changes that are important. Gravity has been increased, which is pretty nice. Being able to take it back, revert some of that floatiness from Chapter 2. This is part of the above changes to levitation and decreasing the amount of verticality. It is nice to have less floatiness. It's unfortunate it's at the cost of less verticality. Lateral speed when dropping in Dominion reduced by 33%. I'm not a fan of that. I think it was fine before. Forward movement speed has been increased by +3 in BR, was already +3 in Dominion. That just makes sense overall, and it just feels good. It should be +3. Removed forward speed momentum braking when firing spells. But yeah, more W key movement, man. A little bit more of that W key movement. Adjusted movement acceleration. You start moving a bit slower, but reach full speed a bit faster. Okay, 0 to 60 a little bit quicker. I like that. Added 200% to air boost acceleration. This allows you to start moving quicker in mid-air. I like that. Mid-air fights are good. We want mid-air fights. They're fun. Spellbreak good. Vertical, mid-air, Yes, Spellbreak. And they did say, you guys, although I am just joking and memeing a little bit, Dan was very, very vocal about letting us know verticality and mid-air fights are what Spellbreak's about. Like, they're not going anywhere, and they're making the best changes they can. Added coyote time, allowing you to jump a few frames after walking off a ledge. Both of these changes are to address times where a player would levitate when they meant to jump. So you're going to get that nice little wily coyote. You're going to be able to have that invisible surface on the edge right before you jump, and it's nice. You see this in a lot of games, and you get good at using it, you'll be able to make jumps that other people may not assume that you can make. New camera, this is actually a pretty big one, you guys. Optional is bold here because some people are going to be a little bit reluctant. New optional centered camera has been added that avoids many third-person aiming issues and improves accuracy while aiming at targets that are very close or above. The legacy camera is still available under options, so if you want to switch back, you can switch back in the game options. I think center camera's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think there was times where the environment got in the way when it shouldn't have, and there's a little bit of guesswork. So I think it's a good move. I am anxious to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. There's also a new vertical field of view setting, so you're going to be able to either get yourself a little bit closer to your character and make your targets a little bit easier to see, or you're going to be able to back up just a little bit and see more around you. Sorceries no longer charge while respawning from a portal. You know, you should be able to jump in straight away and just being able to spam on capture points and stuff. Instead of making a mode that's more suited for the game that we had, they changed some of the core mechanics to suit the mode that wasn't necessarily, in my opinion, suited for Spellbreak. Lowered the height of Dominion capture point zones. Being able to capture contests from way up high while raining down attacks felt kind of silly. That's 100% a great idea. Hopefully there's some kind of visual indicator that would be really nice. I don't think there is, but it would be nice to have sorceries that can be used for a class mobility skill now. Show different VFX for players that are able to use it for movement. Effects flame ball, toxic clouds, and tornado, as long as the player has the appropriate movement skill if the player has the relevant skill. Ooh, I don't know how many of my fellow pyromancers out there has ran into their flame wall thinking they had firefly or toxic clouds the same. Increased fireball recovery time by 0.1 seconds, a slight reduction in fire speed to reduce its close range efficiency. I don't think that's really significant to really feel. We'll have to see how it is on the game. Reduced dragon fire damage to 40 DPS from 50, and I think that was definitely something that happened because of Dominion. Dragonfire is probably still going to be fine. Stone, with the changes to levitate, stone was very strong in testing, so we've scaled it back, decreased the shockwave velocity to 51.5 from 54, reduced shockwave width to 0.6 meters from 1.4. So wow, for you guys that don't know, stone was very, very, very dominant in Dominion, and I'm very glad that some of the changes that was coming in chapter 3 forced them to change stone, because I think it was a little bit too dominant. There are some issues that have been big issues for a while that seems like they are getting some love in this patch, y'all. Wind spam has been becoming a real problem, so we've dialed it back in a number of ways. Reduced the size of wind shear projectiles from 70 to 25. Oh my goodness, lordy, that's 1/3 the size. Reduce the max range. Wind shears will impulse you from 12 meters to 8 meters. Okay, so I think some people are a little bit worried that this is going to affect your movement as Tempest and being able to, you know, jump around with Impulse, but I think it'll be fine. Toxic and Toxicologist. Toxic was too limited in being able to be used at even medium range, so we've made it a slightly more potent at slightly longer ranges. These changes also reward better aim. Let's go, we like better aim. Increased max poison spray distance by 20%. Changed poison spray arc trajectory so that it better aligns with the crosshair. Let's go. All of this feels great. Increased vanishing mist ejection speed and distance. Oh no. All right, I'm not gonna sweat it. We'll see how it goes. I'm already having nightmares about some of the awesome toxicologists out there and giving them more speed and distance with vanishing mist. I am personally very happy with this change. I've been playing this game for almost 3 years. Lightning's been a problem for a while. So was stone. Wind spam also a problem for a while. Lightning getting a little bit of love here. I think we've made some pretty significant changes to lightning bolt to better match expectations and to increase its skill cap. Lightning bolt damage is now 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 to 7, or 6 to 8. So look, 6 to 8 was the second tier. 6 to 8 is the highest tier now. Fire rate has increased by 25%, so even though the damage was pretty significantly reduced, the DPS has actually gone up. Lightning Bolt maximum bloom increased to 2 degrees from 1 degrees. I know a lot of people were like, man, bloom, it doesn't equal skill, and I agree to a certain degree, but I do believe the Lightning Bolt was, the Lightning Gauntlet was just too much of a laser at long range. Lightning Bolt now has a repeatable spread pattern that restarts whenever firing loop begins. This is going to help you realize that you get a little bit more control at long range when you burst, and whenever people are close up on you, you can really just let loose and use that fire rate. A repeatable spread pattern means that you can learn it. If you've ever played Counter-Strike, you know what I'm talking about. Projectile speed basically buffed all across the board, a little bit faster. It's just more connecting on what you see is what you get, basically. Runes, not much here. Lowered spring steps height by 20%, increased spring step lateral velocity by 40%. Chrono Master rune cooldown changed from 17, 13, 11, 9, and 8 to 22, 18, 16, 14, and 13. Quite a bit of a nerf to the Chrono Master rune, but Proletariat says that Chrono Master plus dodge was a big issue. Miscellaneous stuff. Added scrolls to practice map. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long we've been waiting for this, but it's here. Bots in practice will no longer attack you unless they're attacked first. Thank goodness. I couldn't get anything done when I was trying to record stuff in practice. Like, leaving me alone. Optimizations to reduce load time. We like optimizations. Improved character locomotion animations when quickly changing directions. Basically, it's just going to make your animations look more smooth whenever you're, sidestepping and strafing and all that good stuff back and forth. Map changes. I'm really excited, most of all, to see the Great Hall over at Banehelm. A lot of reworks all around to the BR and Dominion maps to accommodate the dodge and levitation changes to ensure everything is still traversable. Polished up the entrance to Banehelm with the addition of towering statues and other props. Okay, all right, okay. Some mysterious new structures have shown up related to the story of Chapter 3. Ooh, it's a Starbucks. I'm going to skim through it quick. You can change UI elements to different colors now. Circle map color, rarity colors, squad mate colors, danger ping colors, all that cool stuff. They also added a shadowy outline around your crosshair to make it more visible. End of the match screen now includes some additional usability and info. Added warning pop-ups showing penalties for leaving a match early. We like that. Hopefully people will heed. Shame on you. Don't do it. Don't leave the match early, man. People are counting on you. And the player screen also received a similar treatment whenever you are in a party or the party leader tries to change the game mode or anything like that. They will be notified that it's going to a different game mode if it's not available. You'll also be able to view up to 6 quests at a time. Pretty nice. And you'll also be able to go through the menus and the tabs up at the top while you're in queue. You can't go into the shop yet because that will just cause some problems, so we're not going to do that at all. Oh, they kind of glazed past this, but I feel like it should be in all caps. They added an in-match scoreboard to Dominion. That's right. You can finally see how well you or your teammates are doing. Players are now only able to join another player's party if they've been invited. That's pretty handy for some content creators. Dialogue volume setting has been added as well. It's pretty nice. And here's another big one, you guys. Loadouts. There's a cosmetic tab in the game now. You can go over there and you get 6 different loadouts, 1 for each class. So whenever you select Pyro, it'll load that set of things. When you select Toxic, you'll look like a poison person. You know what I mean? So check it out, loadouts, big awesomeness. The cool thing about Chapter 3 is that we are going to be given the option to do the entire story quest from the get-go. You do not have to wait week by week. If you want to drop in tomorrow and do the entire story quest and grind it out to your heart's content, it'll be available for you. So go check it out. It's no longer gated at all. That's really nice. The wardens will ambush players around the map and will attack players if they stray too close to their strongholds. Okay, all right, okay. The wardens shaking in my boots, dude. And season 2 of Ranked begins. Your titles and badges from the previous season will be rewarded to you as soon as you log in. That's going to be a badge and title, yeah. Store cosmetics, added a bunch of cosmetics of all kinds to the store. Cosmetics are going to blow us out of the water this season or this chapter. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think the art team is just, like I've said it so many times, they're just incredible. They're just incredible. Xbox Game Pass subscribers get the Chapter 3 Chapter Pass for free. Okay, Xbox. Dude, the Game Pass is like one of the most necessary things in gaming these days. It's crazy. And then we have a ton of the bug fixes, you guys. This is awesome. So the bug fixes are there. You guys can go check it out on your own time if you want. I'm not going to go through all these, but yeah, that's it. That's Chapter 3, you guys. We finally have information. We finally have notes. I have some mixed feelings. I am not going to say anything, but yeah, you guys, I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. What's the community's thoughts? What's your vibe right now with chapter 3? You love it? You hate it? You're worried? You're excited? Let me know down in the comments down below. And also, we're going to be kicking up our YouTube game a lot. If you're here for some Spellbreak content, we're going to have it for you. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Timmy. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.